And I was talking to the True Source, and actually a couple of days ago. Usually I don't get what I'm going to talk about to the last minute, but this was a few days ago, and it's called the mirror effect. And as I began to talk to the True Source a little bit about it, and the way it kind of works, I get a little images or information, but it really doesn't flow until I start to talk with all of you. So the mirror effect is just about our life, everything that's going on about our life. The mirror effect says that you will see, sense, or know people that are going through what you're experiencing. Isn't that interesting? I remember years ago when I was doing intuitive readings, and someone would ask me a question, and I'd give them an answer, and I go, geez, that's what's going on in my life. Wow, if I learned something new. What's important is that, one, you become the observer in the mirror effect and say, does this really apply to me? Is this me? Do I behave this way? And then the other part of the mirror effect is you're going to see someone who is an opposite, who has had the challenges that you've had and found a solution to them. And that gives you a chance to say, I can be this way. I can emulate them. Or I can emulate part of it and even improve upon it. So the mirror effect is actually everything that's going on in your life for you to observe, to say, I take ownership of this, or do I want to change this? Now, there's a lot of power in taking ownership because, yeah, that's my behavior. Yeah, I did this. Yes, I did that. And look at the chaos I created. All right, so I've learned a lesson. That's positive. The other side of the mirror effect is I'm going now project myself in a different, powerful way that I've overcome my limitations. Now, what are your limitations? Those are preconceived notions that you may have learned from others, or your ego got in the way, or perhaps experiences in your life. But one of the things we have to understand is, you go from point A to point B to point C. So you go to school, and then you learn, for example, addition. Then you learn subtraction. Then you learn multiplication. Then you learn division. And then you learn calculus and other types of mathematics, and on and on. So it's a step. Everything you do is a step forward that's really positive. The challenge in our lives is we mirror into ourselves our feelings and our emotions, our blocks or challenges. Well, I can't do that. And, I was writing in my book about the law of attraction, which, I'm beginning to write. Hopefully it'll be done in a couple of months or sooner. But as we think, so we create. Whatever you experience, whatever you think you create, whenever you create, you experience. So every limitation that we have, every doubt we have, when I meet a person and say, I can't, I'm hearing, I won't. So congratulations, you win. You won't do it, you win. I don't know what your grand prize is, but you got the grand prize of limitations, so have fun and enjoy it. There are so many people that I'm meeting who have overcome so much because they mirrored in their thoughts that I've been there, done that, I want to change my life. And I have a client that's coaching that makes no bones about it, that he was into heavy drugs. He lost his family. He was even in jail. And he's had like 40 jobs when he got out of jail. And finally, 11 years ago, going to be 11, he started a company that's hugely successful, that has something like 70 employees and no debt. And he realizes, had he not gone through all the addiction problems that he had, he would not be successful today. What a great story. And that's what we need to understand. What are we mirroring to ourselves and our life that's creating a limitation or a block or a fear? False evidence appearing real, fear. It's just an illusion, which we give power. And because we give power, it owns us. So the first thing in life, we have to mirror that we're unlimited. The next thing in life is every experience we have is empowering, even if you say it is negative. Remember how mathematics, you go by step by step by step. So we go through all the steps. And what your truth was at age 10 is different at age 20, is different at age 30, at 40, 50, whatever your age is. Because your truth changes. Well, wait a minute, Michael, how does my truth change? Because at age 20, that was the true thing, but I noticed a change. It all has to do with what you're mirroring as your belief. And that's something for all of us to consider. So whatever you believe you're going to create in your life, and it's whether it's positive or negative, you judge that. And sometimes we create things in our life unintentionally, but it works out very well. And I have a very dear friend, a great intuitor. She's incredible. She told me she hated her job, hated her job, hated her job. She wished something would happen, that she hated her job. She came down with cancer in her thigh. She couldn't work. And it took her several years, 3 or 4 years, to realize this, and finally she's healed, and the cancer has not been around for 15 years. But she realizes indirectly she created this. She mirrored her thoughts. I hate this job, hate this job, hate this job. I don't want this job. I wish I didn't have to work. Well, so what does the thigh represent? It's part of your mobility, part of your being able to walk or exercise or doing whatever you need to do. That's what the thigh represents, mobility. And therefore, she became incapacitated. She had to stay in bed or the sofa, and she couldn't work. And she realized, what did I create? The intended effect was not to get cancer. But we don't know, whatever we're mirroring in our thoughts, what the outcome is going to be. Now, if we realize that within our life we have all the choices, and that we can turn everything around, and that all we need to understand is put out the energy, mirror the energies that I'm going to be given a road, a path to bring about a positive change in my life. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm just going to say I'm going to recognize it and I'm going to do it. You know what happens? The doorway opens. You have mirrored what you have expressed, and you achieve success and joy and happiness in your life, or whatever it is. But remember, whatever we're mirroring, whatever we're thinking, what you think you create, you experience. So where's your energy? Where's your thoughts you're mirroring? Mirroring means you're putting it out and it comes back to you. Sending it out, it comes back to you. Send out love, you get love. Send out hate, you get hate, so on and so forth. Think about what you are mirroring in your life. You know, your life is rather limited in the number of years. Now, if you were to say to me, 100 years is a long time, it really is. And I tell everybody I'm going to live to be 250. I don't know if I'm going to live to 250, but I'm putting it out there. And maybe I will. Maybe it'll be shorter. Actually, I know how long I'm going to live. But I also can mirror the fact that, hey, True Source, I want a little more time. I desire more time to do more work. Or I can take on a new mission and goal. And if I truly believe that at a soul level, it will be given to me. Because I've mirrored the positivity that I have something else to accomplish. And I believe in it unlimitedly. So I'm going to begin to close with you on this. But what I want you all to understand is, especially in the holiday period coming up, no matter what religion you are, whether you believe in Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or anything like that, just believe in the spirit of love and joy and extending love and joy out there, period. This should be done 24/7, 365 days a year. Unfortunately, it is only done around this holiday season, maybe anniversaries, maybe birthdays, and that's about it. But if you look about your life and saying, what am I mirroring positively? Let me see what it is. Oh yeah, this and this and this. And what am I mirroring that's challenging? No, so I didn't say negative. Challenging. Because remember, challenge can be overcome. So, how difficult do you want the challenge to be? My answer is, how difficult do you want it to be? You want it to be easy or you want it to be difficult? You choose. And many people go, well, I want it easy, Michael, and I've been doing it for 3 days and nothing's happened. Yeah, because you doubt it, you're anxious, and you don't put it out there and just let it happen. In other words, you believe it's going to happen. You mirror that thought, I don't know it's going to happen. It's going to happen the perfect time for me, and that'll be right. Remember the law of manifestation when you work with the true source. It's not your timing, it's the true source's perfect timing, which coincides to be your perfect timing. So go out there in these coming hundreds of thousands of years that you're here and mirror love, joy, and happiness. And people will feel your energy. Because everything I've spoken about, that you're an antenna, you're sending and receiving energy, they're going to pick up that energy to you and from you and want to be with you and part of that. And they won't drag you down. They'll actually help you raise your vibrations as you're helping raise theirs.